Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're exploring a deeply grounding, ancient concept. And honestly, this might be exactly what your body has been begging for. You know, we spend so much of our time trying to manage burnout, both spiritual and physical, just pushing ourselves to the absolute limit. We focus so heavily on achieving, ascending, and elevating our minds, but in the process, we kind of forget the literal ground beneath our feet. So today, we're looking at the medicine of the living world and how to actually bring our energy back down to earth.
Have you ever felt just completely disconnected from your own body? Like, if you're not in your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. After intense periods of stress, maybe a long illness, or even deep, rigorous spiritual work involving breath and light, you might start noticing something shifting. You feel pulled upward. You literally start floating away from the very things your living self actually needs. Away from a hearty meal, away from deep sleep, away from the actual soil and fresh air. It's that exhausting feeling of being totally unmoored, running entirely on nervous energy instead of a solid foundation.
Okay, let's dive into this. To address that unmoored feeling, the ancient Kabbalistic tradition turns to a very specific code. It's known as Habuhiah, or Havu. This is the 22nd code in the tradition, and it carries this incredibly beautiful meaning: God who gives liberally. Habuhiah is known as the healer of the living world. So when your work or your stress has pulled you way too far up into the ether, this is the exact code designed to pull you back down. It literally brings the medicine back into the physical body, right where it belongs.
The absolutely crucial point here is that this isn't the medicine of pure spirit or, high-frequency light. We are talking about the medicine of the earth. We're talking soil, food, sleep, and that feeling of bare feet on the dirt. It's grounded, it's incredibly generous, and most importantly, it's made of the exact same material that the earth itself is made of. It's a reminder that our physical bodies aren't some hindrance to healing. They are the actual vessels where the healing takes root. Usually, when we're totally depleted, we operate from what the source material calls scarcity management. We live in this constant anxiety of not enough strength, not enough time, not enough life left to do the healing. But Habuhiah shifts us completely into organic abundance. Because the reality is, the earth hasn't run out of resources. And since your body is a part of that earth, human recovery shares the exact same backing as an agricultural harvest. It relies on a slow, generous, life-giving rhythm.
Section 2. The Ancient Source Code.
And this brilliantly illustrates how organic abundance actually works. We have to look at the architecture of the code itself. The ancient Kabbalists viewed the Earth's productivity and the human body's recovery not as two separate things, but as the exact same phenomenon, just at different scales. The name Habuhiah is built from 3 Hebrew letters drawn from the ancient Red Sea verses, Chet, Bet, and Vav. Chet is the enclosure, the space that contains. Bet is the house, the vessel that safely holds a life. And Vav is the connector, the vital link between above and below. Read together, this code perfectly describes the structure of your body: an enclosure, a house, and a connection to the life flowing through it. When this code runs, all 3 of these foundational elements are healed.
Now, this code is anchored by a very specific frequency, found in Psalm 106:1. Praise ye the Lord. O give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. What's absolutely vital to grasp here is that this is not a plea for help. You aren't begging for a rescue. Instead, it functions as a song affirming the enduring goodness that's already woven into creation itself. It basically affirms that the earth's generosity has not stopped, regardless of whatever heavy situation you're walking through right now.
There's also a further, slightly quieter tradition associated with this name. Some modern readings connect Habuhiah with communion across the veil, the ability to sense and integrate departed teachers and ancestors. Think about it through that agricultural lens. Just as the earth safely holds the seeds of the past to produce the harvests of the future, a soul that's deeply rooted in the earthly body has the capacity to safely hold what has come before and bring it forward.
Section 3. When to turn to this name.
So when exactly should you turn to this earthly frequency? Take a look and see which of these scenarios resonates with where you are right now. You turn to Habuhiah when a long illness needs slow, patient medicine. You use it when you're trying to conceive or even plant a garden, really drawing on that frequency of fecundity. It's for when you feel totally disembodied from your spiritual practice and just need to return to sleep and sunlight. It's perfect if you work with herbs or natural medicine, and importantly, it's for caregivers, healers, and nurses whose own internal reservoirs desperately need refilling so they can keep flowing cleanly to others.
But above all, this is the perfect code to run at the turning of a season, like when you've reached the end of a massive, long project, or you're coming home from a really heavy, exhausting stretch of caregiving. It's for that exact moment when your body is given literally everything it has to give, and it simply needs to be folded back into a larger, slower rhythm.
Section 4. The activation practice.
As we walk through these exact steps, I want you to consciously slow your own pacing down. Really mirror the slow, patient, deliberate medicine of the earth. First, sit. Find somewhere you can feel the earth for 15 to 20 minutes. Bare feet on the floor, on the grass, or near some plants. Second, receive. Visualize your physical body as that enclosure, that house, and that connection we talked about. Third, sound the name. Softly say Havu, and then Habuya. Let that sound come warmly from deep in your belly, not up in your throat. Fourth, enter the field. Close your eyes and move your attention all the way down, out of your head, through your chest, down your legs, and right into your bare feet. Let the earth tend to you. Allow the body to remember that it is safely held by the ground. And finally, seal the code. Place both hands palm down on the ground. Speak the anchor verse from Psalm 106 and take one full, deep breath, drawing it all the way up from your feet and releasing it back down.
Now, what's really interesting about this is what happens right after you do this practice. The source text notes that the most common physical effect is a sudden, very real appetite. But not just for food. It's an appetite for basic physical care that had just gone missing. You might suddenly crave a long bath, a really deep sleep, or just a walk outside in the fresh air. The name successfully returns the body to the simple, grounding things the body naturally wants.
For those dealing with long illnesses and recoveries, the tradition actually places Habuhiah as the final step in a much larger arc of deep healing. It starts with Mahasya, code 3, for clearing. Then it moves to Leilahel, code 4, for refilling. And finally, we get to Habuhiah, code 22, for earthly reconnection. Habuhiah successfully closes what the Kabbalists call the vitality gate. It acts as the final grounding step, returning all of that deep energetic work back to the soil so it can actually take root and keep growing in your physical life.
I want to leave you with this final, powerful thought from the text. The earth will hold what you have been holding. Let it. If you've been working hard, carrying a ton of grief, or holding someone else through an illness, let this be the moment you set that heavy weight down. Take a breath. Let the earth hold them, and let the earth hold you. So ask yourself, what heavy burden are you currently carrying that you are finally ready to put down and let the earth absorb? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Until next time, stay grounded.
Thank you for watching. If something in this resonated with you, then you're already closer than you think. If you're ready to go deeper, there's a link below to my book, Quantum Angel Codes, the 72 Hidden Names of God. This isn't theory. It's a framework you can actually use. Tap the link below and step into it.